Dwayne Cavanaugh here, and this morning my wife and I were talking about our own mortgage and the fact that it's coming up for renewal. We had locked in at a lower rate, much lower than today's rate years ago. And of course, like everybody, we didn't know what was going to happen with the swift rise in today's interest rates. And as we got to talking and walking through everything, I was actually kicking myself for not taking advantage of our mortgage prepayment options and the additional features that we have to prepay down our mortgage. We'd already increased our frequency, so we were paying bi-weekly, which obviously helped. But there were other features and options within our mortgage that we could have taken advantage of. So I thought that would be a pretty good topic for today. And so let's start with mortgages. So every time you make a mortgage payment, you're paying both your principal and your interest. And I know most people know that. But if you just purchased your home, then most of that payment is actually going towards interest. And over time, as you start paying it off, then you're going to see most of your payment, or a lot of your payment, going to principal. And when you got that mortgage, your mortgage agent or your lender, they should have walked you through all of the features surrounding your mortgage. And so we're going to talk a little bit about those features, but most lenders in Canada will have features that allow the borrower to pay down the mortgage faster. And today we're going to talk about just 3 ways. So number one, so the first way you can do it is by accelerating your mortgage payment schedule. And I'll walk you through that in a minute. And number 2 is just making up double up payments. And that's a feature that some lenders offer. Number 3 is making a big lump sum mortgage prepayment towards the principal once per year. So let's start with number 1, accelerating your mortgage payment schedule. Okay. So this one's pretty straightforward. I think most people will be able to understand this pretty quickly. You can accelerate your payment by just changing the frequency of your payments. So instead of paying monthly, you can pay semi-monthly or bi-weekly or weekly, right? And most of the time you have the freedom to choose, the day of the week or the date of the month when your mortgage payment is due, so that it matches when your paychecks are hitting your bank account, which is very helpful and pretty convenient, right? So by doing this, you can save interest by increasing your mortgage payment frequency. So when you select an accelerated weekly or bi-weekly payment option, you're essentially making the equivalent of 1 additional monthly payment each year, and then that's going to help you pay your mortgage down faster. It's also going to help you with paying a little bit less interest. So let's move over to number 2, and that's making double up payments, which is a neat feature I like. So some lenders also offer the option to make double up mortgage payments. And what this does is this gives you the flexibility to prepay any amount between $100 and the equivalent of the principal and interest portion of your regular monthly mortgage payments. And you can do that once, or you can do that on every payment. It's up to you. You're going to set that up, and you'll have to talk to your lender about the options. But that double up payment is directly applied to your principal, which is going to cut down the life of your mortgage and save you on your overall interest costs. Okay. So let's talk about number 3. And some lenders will allow you to prepay anywhere between 10 and 20% of a lump sum of the original principal amount of your mortgage, and they allow you to do that once per year. That amount, again, is going to depend on the lender. It could be 10%, could be 15%, could be 20%. And that's a good way to pay your mortgage off faster. And to sum it up, obviously, there's a lot of benefits for paying off your mortgage faster. The big one is a lot less in interest over the years and more cash flow later on. And if you are one of the lucky ones to lock in at a low interest rate and still have time left before you have to renew, then it might be a really great idea to start using some of those features to pay down the principal and then pay less in interest over time, especially when it comes up for renewal and you're locking in a much higher interest rate, which means that you're not going to be able to pay down as much. You won't have as much cash flow. So if you're in Ontario and you're one of the unlucky ones like me that has to, renew their mortgage in the next 4 to 5 months, then let's chat. I'd love to talk to you about your mortgage options. There's no obligation to work with me if you don't want to. Feel free to just reach out. Let's chat. Talk soon. Bye for now.